Hello and welcome back. I am that James guy, and this is Battle for the Bosporus. We are going to be looking at Bulgaria. We just had a look in the video previously of Greece, and we're now looking at the Prussia of the Balkans. It's not in a great position. There's a bit of a catastrophe going on in Bulgaria. Greater Bulgaria needs to be restored to deal with the second national catastrophe. You can't build anything. And also, IMRO, which is the Internal Macedonian Revolutionary Organization, has sort of damaged all of our problems. And Boris, the Great Unifier, is, well, it's a bit of a struggle. Bulgaria has a pretty impressive focus tree. It looks like it's going to be so much fun to play through. Before we look at the politics stuff, we're going to look over at the industry and army navy conglomerate. It's combined as Bulgaria. First things first, we acquire some modern tools. Well, we've got to have a modern tool, haven't we, if we're going to be building anything. And then you have some options. We can work on the roads, which give us some factories, attract foreign capital. So just like with Greece, it's all about getting industry from the major powers and expanding our exports and doing things like that. An interesting mechanic that the Bulgarians get is that their design companies upgrade when you finish the focuses down the tree. So you get them early and then they get better, which is really, really cool in my mind. These national railway lines, infrastructure, ahead of time research bonuses, they're all pretty good but pretty bog standard stuff. And then of course you upgrade your design companies. It'll be interesting to see how worthwhile doing that is. Once we've had a bit more of a look, I will be looking to do that on Twitch, of course. You can also nationalize your industry, though it can cause problems with the major powers, especially if you've gone and got yourself foreign investment if you then nationalize it. And this is quite an interesting spirit, because it doesn't actually benefit yourself. You can grant this nuclear power bonus to the faction leader or major ally of your choice. Axis Bulgaria giving nuclear weapons to Germany, I see it now. And then comes the aircraft stuff. Now, you can't rush planes, but I'm thinking in the multiplayer meta that air control of Bulgaria is going to be very, very strong for the Axis. Because unlike, so Hungary can rush planes. It can rush planes, so can Romania. Bulgaria can't do that. It doesn't get that buff. However, the 10% range, 10% cheaper fighters, and 25% less air accidents, that's a pretty serious bonus, as the national spirit goes. You then also get two 200% air doctrine researchers. And then your air designer does upgrade when you do Prussia of the Balkans. And you get two 100% fighter bonuses, or light aircraft bonuses. So I think we could see air power Bulgaria being a thing. You can do foreign air power instead of your own air designer, which doesn't upgrade, but you do get more military factories out of that. If you deal with your rearmament problem, which is required to, you know, make divisions, you need to do this focus here and do the decisions. Then you can reorganize your military industry and start getting going on that front. You do get an infantry equipment designer and an artillery designer, both of which upgrade when you do Prussia of the Balkans. Or you can ask for foreign stuff. You get a free hit up to limited conscription and some free manpower and some free land doctrine researches. Some more land, air, and sea doctrine bonuses and an air research slot. You also get quite a lot of XP. Let's keep it stacking here. We've got 10 from air from that. We've got a bit more elsewhere. And then Prussia of the Balkans. Because when one bonus isn't enough, we need all of the bonuses. And that is a lot of bonuses. They really will be strong. Really, really strong. And then once you've done Prussia of the Balkans, and you've also done Supremacy of the Bosporus, we can do Dominance of the Black Sea, where you just end up getting all of the land. We get claims on absolutely everything, get missions to take it, and then you can build 2 dockyards in any state with a naval dockyard already existing along the coast of the Aegean, Adriatic, or Black Seas. If you've got all of the coastline on the Black Sea, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. The Adriatic. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I believe you also get claims on this, but I'm not... Yeah, 29, 30, 31, 32. And the Aegean. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. That's 80 dockyards. If you've built dockyards in some of those places, you can cap that out. You get 2 more dockyards per one. You can jump to 40 plus 80, 120 dockyards just in 35 days. That's ridiculous. Now, obviously, you won't do that, but you've got 30 dockyards in those states, or 10 dockyards in those states. Suddenly, I've gone from 10 dockyards to 30 dockyards. That's a lot of dockyards, or 40 dockyards. It's a lot of dockyards. Oh, you also get naval bases and coastal bases in any province with a naval base already. So that's a port upgrade in all of them, and coastal forts for free. So that's pretty gooch. Over here, we get the Bulgarian army stuff, war logistics. Now, I didn't see a tank designer when I had a look earlier which upgrades, though I may have missed it. You also get turbo marines as well, by the way. With Black Sea Fleet, you get coastal defense ships, and this is where it does get a little bit interesting, because this stacks quite nicely with Bulgarian on the 3 seas. You get a dockyard, naval base, and a thingy base in every state with a dockyard in the Aegean Sea, so it's already stacking again. Powerful Bulgarian navy, modern tactics, strike from the seas, develop Burgess shipyards. Now, your ship designer will also level up when you do an Aegean Sea fleet. So you can level up your coastal ship designer and make some pretty serious coastal battleships over here as Bulgaria. Now, if we look at the politics branches, fairly standard fare. You've got power to the Tsar, oppose the Tsar. Opposing the Tsar brings you to your democracy or your communism. So if we oppose him, lots of the Bulgarian stuff, I think it's easiest to explain in a playthrough. So I'm going to skim Bulgaria a teensy bit, because I'm really looking forward to playing them, and you can see it on Twitch when I do that. But if you go oppose, you have to maintain your internal mechanics with your faction loyalties, and lots of these focuses work on halving the cost of things. They work on reducing stability and increasing stability, increasing popularity of things, giving you positive bonuses and negatives for different things. Voting rights for women here, for example, is one that is just a flat bonus, but it changes popularity of communism and democracy based on the current ideological support. If you go democratic, you get land reorganisation, some nice building slots, agrarian reform or industrial reform, and then you can form the Balkan Confederation, which is your sort of friendly friend faction. You can also do that as the communists if you so desire, or you can go and join the actual Comintern, where you get annex war goals against any Balkan country with a non-communist government. You get topple war goals on any fascist or non-aligned neighbours. You get topple war goals against the major democracies. You get all of the research bonuses. You get tech research sharing bonuses with the Soviet tanks and Comintern research. You also get purchase Soviet equipment as a thing, which is nice. And there's lots of other bits and bobs here, for example, recruitable manpower from that one. Democracy is quite, well, frankly, a little bit boring, but it is an option. You can then approach the UK and join the Allies, which is all about getting more foreign investment, obliterating the Bolshevik threat. So you can actually go and kill the communists and do an unthinkable option. And you also join the Allied Tech Cooperation Program. If you go this way as well, you can actually cooperate with the Tsar, even though you've done democratic principles and oppose the royal dictatorship. Do Petorka into liberalization of trade policies, plot against Boris, and return Ferdinand, who dreams of a new Byzantium. Amend old grudges allows you to puppet France and Britain, annex all the other stuff. Fate of the Balkans, Toppling Giants, Guardians of the Balkans, which gives you Defender of the Balkans, massive defense on core territory, more free dockyards because Bulgaria has all of the boats. We've teleported again. Now, if you do it the other way around and do power to the Tsar, it's all about becoming the Tsar's regime on one side or right-wing fascist on the other. And this leads you down to this sort of plot against Boris into Return of Tsar Ferdinand and Who Dreams of a New Byzantium route again. Or the Regency Council, of course. If you go war industry, you get a free hit up to war economy, strengthen the royal dictatorship, found the Brannick. Or you can depose the Tsar, do a military dictatorship. Either way, you can end up doing Fate of the Balkans or join the Tripartite Pact. Third Bulgarian Empire, restore the Bulgarian Patriarch. Also, this is an interesting one. Total war. You go to war with all the people you have claims with. That's pretty cool. We like that. And you also join the wars with your faction leader. Then, however, because we were mentioning their viability in multiplayer, Eastern Front, we join the war against the Soviets as a fascist minor, and I get a 10% attack and defense bonus. That's pretty Gucci. It's pretty strong indeed. So overall, I think Bulgaria is going to be a very interesting nation, and I think they might well be quite a meta pick for an Axis minor now. Dealing with the rearmament obviously requires PP, and also maintaining the loyalty and popularity amongst the society and politics sort of departments requires spending PP. There's going to be a lot of internal management, and I'm very excited for that. So, remember, I am doing a giveaway of Battle for the Bosporus. The details are downstairs in the description. If you've enjoyed this, like and subscribe. If you want to see me actually playing as these nations, go check me out on Twitch. I may well do an actual playthrough on YouTube of these, but for now, I'm doing the playthroughs on Twitch and doing some of these sort of other bits over on YouTube. I am working out how I want to do it, to be honest with you, but there we are. If you want a free copy of Battle for the Bosporus, you can risk it for a biscuit and do the giveaway. And I will see you guys soon, where we'll be taking a look at Turkey, which, as a little teaser, not the button I meant, pretty confused. I'm not going to lie. See you soon, guys, and have a good one.